letting everybody know, don't worry about Juan. The Niners have their number one receiver. Don't worry about Brandon. The Niners have their number one receiver. He goes by the name Ricky Pearsall.
And you're right. It'll probably go down when you get Demarcus Robinson back, Brandon Aiyuk back, Juan Jennings back. And that's actually good for Ricky. It's good for everybody. But in the meantime, when you need a big play, you go to Ricky Pearsall.
And he can play. I remember, boy, I'm old enough to remember when y'all called me nuts for saying that he was going to go for over 1,000 yards this year. He only needs another 700 and change.
Right? 700.
I mean, we're on week 3. What is he, like, third or fourth in the league right now by yards? I mean, we're 3 weeks in. But
on his current pace, he would break 1,000 if he plays just 11 games.
Week 11. So I don't know where this is going to go. And yes, other receivers are going to get thrown back into the mix. That's part of this too. I'm not expecting that many targets for Ricky every week. You're also switching quarterbacks, blah, blah, blah. It's not even for me really about where these numbers end up. It's about the baller that we're watching. And Ricky Pearsall, of these year 1 or year 2, because he's kind of year 1.5, as we know, of these receivers, he is in very, very elite company. You know, Puka and Malik Neighbors. I'm scratching my head. We'll see him this weekend. I don't know what's going on with Brian Thomas Jr. I think he's fantastic, but Trevor Lawrence has decided that Parker Washington is maybe more worth his. I don't know what's going on in Jacksonville.
Right.
But there are a handful of guys from the last 2 drafts that really pop, and Marvin Harrison Jr. is not one of them, and Ricky Pearsall is. Ladd McConkey, throw some other names in there, but this is one of them dudes, and I think the Niners got this one right, big time.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I mean, if you want to go back 3 drafts, which is, probably a little bit too much of a cherry pick, but you've got Puka Nacua, third year, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Those are the only 2 guys who have more yards than Ricky Pearsall right now. Malik Neighbors in his class is behind him. Even Jamar Chase is behind him. And, so many of the guys, Ricky Pearsall, 3rd right now in the league in just receiving yards. And you're right, it'll probably go down when you get Demarcus Robinson back and eventually Brandon Aiyuk back and you get George Kittle back.
And Juan Jennings back. There's a lot of pass catchers coming.
A lot of guys who are going to be coming back. And that's actually good for Ricky. It's good for everybody. But in the meantime, when you need a big play, you go to Ricky Pearsall. And that's just the way this goes. And even looking at the first half where 3rd and 10 on your own 31-yard line and you're trying to get that field goal and you're trying to do the score now, score later thing that Kyle Shanahan loves. And you got a Ricky Pearsall explosive play, 20 yards, boom, move the chains on 3rd and 10. And you eventually got a 51-yard field goal to give you the halftime lead. And, of course, the big play late on that 4th and 2.
Unreal.
Where great throw, too, from Mac Jones. But Ricky went up there and he got it. He eye-pointed it and got the 2 feet down. And that turned out to be the play that led to the Kyle Juszczyk touchdown.
Yeah, the only touchdown.
The only touchdown of the game. But that was a huge throw. And just even plays where he doesn't get the completion, the routes he runs, and the trust that Mac Jones has, you can clearly see that he's the dude.
That's the word, trust. I mean, I could not believe, and I don't know to what level, I don't know what call was sent out there, but 4th and 2, you're already in like what's lengthy field goal range, but you're in what you could try a field goal, and they go for it on 4th and 2, and Mac didn't even blink. He just snapped, 1 foot drop, go, just hucked it up to him right away. And so that's a lot of trust. That's a lot of faith in the players.
And a great call from Mark Sanchez on the commentary where they got up to the line. There was no pre-snap motion. They just got up there, and it was like right away. First thing that they did is just, boom, snap it. And Pearsall got free, got a free release, and he had one-on-one down the sideline, and the throw was there. I can't wait to talk to Greg Cosell about that on Wednesday. And
he's
the design, and
he might have a bromance with Ricky Pearsall,
and also the play design on. Yeah, thank you on the McCaffrey screen that set up the game-winning field goal.
Really good. That was a really good play call too. This is a gut punch. We can acknowledge that. This is a brutal injury. For him personally, for the 49ers, for their season, I just know that these things, they happen, and teams have survived them before. I mean, the most famous, at least in recent years, hell, the Philadelphia Eagles were on a track to win the Super Bowl, and they lost a quarterback to a torn ACL. And then they won the Super Bowl anyway.
Yep.
In fact, they won the Super Bowl with a quarterback who then showed that he's not worthy of being a starting. Like, what happened that year? I don't know. But sometimes you catch lightning in a bottle, and the 49ers will need to do that too. And in a way, I would argue this might sound weird, but if you're going to have a devastating injury, let's know about it in week 3 so that you can game plan around it. You might be able to acquire more players around it. You can do something about it. This is, for example, easier to deal with than what happened to Dre Greenlaw at halftime of the Super Bowl.
For sure.
There's nothing you can do about that.
Or what happened to Brock Purdy in the NFC Championship.
Exactly right.
Where, I mean, okay, Josh Johnson, get in there and do good things.
Seriously.
And he led him on a touchdown drive, and then he got hurt, and it's like, okay, what are we even doing here? But you're right. You got 14 more games. You have a trade deadline. You've got a bunch of rookies you drafted who you can now move around. You've got a defensive coordinator that you love and you brought back, and your defense looks awesome. And you have an offense that is most likely getting healthier and getting better. So every time you go out there and play, you can win a football game in a different way. And I don't know if this 16-15 style of victory is going to really be sustainable. So yeah, go out there, offense. Now it's your turn. The defense carried you for the first 3 weeks where they were the better unit for the most part. And you're 3-0, not because of them, but they were, clearly to me the better unit. So now offense, it's up to you. Go ahead and pick us up.